I am so excited, you guys. I don't even know where to start. Happy Onyx Storm Day to all those who celebrate. Before you watch this video, it is going to contain all the spoilers. This is going to be a read-along vlog. You guys can read it along with me, get my genuine reactions. That being said, if you haven't read Onyx Storm yet, just save this video and come back to it later. I don't like a book jacket. To the ones who don't run the popular crowd, the ones who get caught reading under their desks, the ones who feel like they never get invited, included, or represented, get your leathers. We have dragons to ride. So excited! Okay, stop trying to eat my face. It's the reality of my situation right now. My mom is babysitting for a couple hours today, and I'm using that time so I can read. I'm gonna read a couple chapters, cozy in bed, and then I'm gonna go to the gym and read on the Stairmaster. 2 birds, 1 stone. Okay, 2 chapters in. I love that it's basically just picked up like exactly where we left off. There's not like a huge timeline jump, it's just a couple weeks. Starting very slow, but we are gonna get a sweat on and read. Okay, I'm at the start of chapter 3, and there's the recovered unsent correspondence of General Lilith Sorrengail. Clearly, she's messaging her husband, and she's talking about how Violet will always give into her heart instead of her mind. This is what she says. If her first 2 liaisons are any indication of what we might expect, God help her, my love. I'm afraid her daughter has atrocious taste in men, because Xaden doesn't want to know about her like past. We don't know. I will say I liked Violet way more after my second read through. The second time I listened instead of read, and she seemed way less whiny and like her feelings were more valid. But right now at the beginning of this book, she's like, oh, did some of his soul actually disappear? Like, yeah, bitch, he's venom. Exactly what you expect. 32 pages in, and we have reached our first spicy scene, which I am gonna be reading in a sauna, which is maybe a little weird. It's late afternoon, and I'm still only like 30 some pages in because I had actual adult things to tend to, which is unfortunate. But I'm showered post gym, my baby is napping. I'm gonna read for the next like 40 minutes before my toddler gets home from daycare. My baby has been very needy this morning. He is clearly teething. Finally down for his nap. He'll probably nap 1 sleep cycle. I'm guessing probably 35 to 45 minutes. So I plan on reading until he wakes up. Now I'm at chapter 10, and I didn't see a spoiler. However, I saw the Fantasy Fangirls podcast post a list of chapters that you might want to see them like react to. I didn't want to spoil what chapters had like big moments, but I couldn't help it. And I swiped and I only saw one of them, and the first one was 10. So we're about to read chapter 10 and I'm excited. Sitting by our fireplace. This is also where our kids play, so the reality of this situation is that this is not the most like relaxing place to be reading, just visually. Made myself a nice little espresso, and I'm wearing the same clothes as yesterday because I hate doing laundry. Is Taryn gonna be dead? I just paused at a part. I'm like a little scared. Do we think Taryn is gonna die? That's gonna cut the mating bond between Violet and Xaden so they don't have to be together. And she's not gonna die because she still has Andarna. And then her and Xaden are gonna have to like fight for their love because there's no reason for them to like 1000% have to be together because, but then if Taryn dies, then Sigale will also die. Let's stop getting ahead of myself here. Definitely the first part where I'm like, what the fuck is happening? Something big is about to happen. I can feel it. Okay, so Garrick is a distance wielder. Rebecca, you sneaky little minx. People were theorizing that the marked ones had second signets because in the first book, she writes how Liam wielded ice, even though that's not his signet. And I guess Rebecca Yarros was like, no, it was a typo. Like, we'll have it fixed. Liar! Oh my gosh, that is exciting. My children are asleep yet again. I poured myself a glass of Prosecco. My husband is out to dinner, so I'm just gonna lay in bed and read my book. I am on chapter 13. I'm liking it a lot so far. I love Riddick. I'm reading chapter 25. If you know, you know. Aaron Deverelli. I love how present Riddick is in this book and just like how much humor he's adding. If I have any notes so far, it's that I'm happy he has a bigger role in this book because he is like my favorite. Milo, are you gonna hang out there like a good boy while Mama tries and finishes her book? We're back in the basement. I'm basically halfway, almost exactly. And I am like I'm in a bit of a lull of the story right now. I'm not sure how much I love the whole Xaden being Venom thing. Obviously going through some shit, but I'm really not finding him like as endearing as I have in the first couple books. Also, I feel like I'm definitely totally off base with that Halden prediction. And I'm kind of wondering, how did she even date him in the first place? Because he's like such a dick. Finding her father's journals was really cool. I am also intrigued by the third question that the bookkeeper asked about like why she left Halden. I don't know if it was like so she could prove herself that like she doesn't care about titles and stuff, but I feel like there's almost something more there that we don't know. Seen any outright spoilers yet on social media, but I haven't seen a lot of people post photos. I was dating book 3 with like red eyes being like full on venom, and I'm like, okay, so is that how this one's gonna end? If so, I'm almost afraid this is kind of like a bridge book that is like setting us up for the next book, you know? Rebecca Yarrow says this is her favorite, so I'm still holding out hope. And we're only halfway through, so we'll see. Right now, my favorite part of the book is Riddick. I think he's freaking hilarious. I'm glad he has more parts. Okay, you know when you read a part that you're kind of skimming through and then she drops a bomb and then you gotta go back? Every single one of them has silver hair. Oh my gosh, we just met Xaden's mom. Thought we were going to in this book. I'm 350 pages in now. We just found the 7th dragon breed. They rejected Andarna. I feel so bad for her. And Riddick now knows that Xaden is Venom. And you know what? Like, I feel like at least I feel like the length of this book, I've been like kind of not loving Xaden so much. Riddick is making some really strong points. Basically like shaking Violet, being like, he's turning evil. There's no way to cure him. So I'm kind of thinking this is gonna be like an ACOTAR, like a Tamlin arc where like he is now gonna be evil. And anyways, I still have like 150 pages left. Getting tired, but I really want to finish this as soon as possible. I keep having to dodge spoilers online. Also, this is probably such an obvious parallel, but it feels like turning Venom is turning to addiction. He keeps being like, I'm not going to channel. No, I'm good. I'm fine. I'm good. Like the need and want is always there, but I'm not going to do it. He's being like super self-destructive, and Violet is just like trying to fix him, take the problem away. And it's like, she doesn't realize that like she can't do anything for him. So very interested to see what happens. We officially have less than 100 pages, and I feel like there's still so many little like loose ends to tie up. I still have no clue what's gonna happen. I have a feeling that Xaden's fucked. Like he's just Venom. So I don't know. Does that mean that Violet turns as well? What is this thing about protecting the temple that Eric knows about? Also, Eric has like so many little secrets sprinkled throughout the book, so it wouldn't surprise me if he knows a bit more than we think he does. Apparently, I need to film myself reading the last page because apparently she drops the mic, Rebecca, and apparently something crazy happens. And Darna's gone, and there's still 50 pages left. What's gonna happen? It's been almost 2 weeks since I finished the book. If you can't tell, I was a little confused by the ending, and not because I didn't know what was happening, but I think more that I was kind of like, oh, this is it? I had just seen everyone kind of hyping the ending up online so much that I was slightly let down. I feel like the entire book, she was hinting to the fact that he was gonna channel and like fully turn Venom, and it kind of like drew that whole process out. I feel like the book could have been shorter. This book actually just ended in the exact same spot the last book ended, except for now everyone knows. Part of me really liked it. Part of me was a little disappointed. Favorite part, Riddick. Still, hands down, love him. I'm like the biggest Xaden fan anymore, which makes me kind of sad because book 1 was so good. Book one is so good. I feel like there's so much potential for this book, and I feel like I may be a little bit harsh on it because the first one was truly life-changing for me, which sounds like a bold statement, but it really got me out of my reading slump. I used to love reading fantasy growing up, Twilight, Harry Potter, Hunger Games, and I used to like sit and devour a book in like a day or two and just like really immerse myself into the world. And Fourth Wing for me is the first time I experienced that as an adult. It opened up this whole new world for me. Got me into ACOTAR, which I finished and I'm obsessed with. Now I'm reading Throne of Glass, and I have a long TBR that I want to work my way through. Yeah, I don't know what I was expecting. I've heard the rumor that originally it was supposed to be a 3-book series and she stretched it out to 5, which honestly, girl, get your bag. At this point now, from what I hear, the book has sold $82 million worth, which is insane. So you know what, girl, get your bag. I'd probably do the same thing. But I do feel like you can tell that things are being stretched out a lot. And I thought I was just stupid or something, because there are a lot of people that I was like, who is this? What's this? What's going on? I felt kind of confused. I felt like I shouldn't have felt confused because I had literally just re-listened to the first and second book. So I just thought I was stupid. Then upon, going down a rabbit hole after finishing the book and like devouring all like the theories and everyone's opinions online, made me feel a little less alone that I'm not the only one who is like, who the hell is Llewellyn? Is it a person or a place? And then finding out that it's both, I still don't know who that is. On Goodreads, you can only give things full stars. So I gave this a 4-star. However, I'm giving an honest review, it'd probably be like a 3.5. I didn't dislike it. I just loved the first one so much that the second one was a tad disappointing. And this one was just kind of like full on disappointing in comparison. So let's end on a light note. Thanks for reading with me. Let me know if you want another read along vlog. I'm halfway through Queen of Shadows right now, but maybe I can do a tandem read vlog for you guys. Let me know. Please follow, like, comment on this video, and thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you thought of it in the comments. I want to yap about what we all thought about the book.